Hi guys, my name is Pranjal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, an introductory video. So I've been involved or a part of the tech industry for over 15 years now. Worked at the intersection of technology and SaaS, building scalable solutions, leading teams, and now exploring the exciting frontier of AI. Whether it's building efficient SaaS systems, experimenting with Gen AI, or building agentic workflows that run autonomously, I've been lucky to be part of it all. In fact, in my last project, we worked on building an agentic AI framework to tag close to 2 lakh companies to their right business models, and we were able to achieve an efficiency of close to 90%, which is fairly good. Right. So in this channel, I aim to, go through we'll explore the impact of the best tools in the SaaS world, which are the best tools in the SaaS world, the Gen AI use cases that go beyond the buzz, and agentic AI systems that work for you, not just with you. So with that, let me quickly share my screen. So yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you guys. So the agenda of this particular session is to kick things off. So we will build a workflow, an n8n workflow powered by Retool, which is a low code platform for building mostly building applications and workflows again. So we will be using n8n, we will be using Retool, we will be using Supabase, which is a SQL database to create a workflow wherein user can enter a query in natural language for finding candidates, basically a candidate screener. And our workflow, the agent will convert that query, natural language, into a SQL query, execute it, get the records, and show it on the user interface. So that's quickly, what is going to happen. So first things first, we need to install n8n. So n8n is an open source, no low code workflow building platform or automation building platform. So you can go to their site. We have a GitHub um, channel for them as well. So first thing, the prerequisite is to have Node on your machine. So we need to have Node on our machine. So install Node on your machine first. Then we can install n8n using the npm or the Node package manager, and then we can start n8n from the terminal. So this is where I can show you my n8n is running. And once it is running, if we just open it from localhost 5678, so this is how it looks like. This is how the n8n designer looks like. And essentially, we can start creating a workflow from here. So for the sake of this demo, I didn't want to spend a lot of time, uh, but we can do a live session if you guys are interested. So let me know in the comments if you want a live session for doing this. But for the sake of this demo, I have a workflow created on n8n. Starts with a webhook. It has nodes. So n8n works on nodes, right? So these are all the different nodes. So this is the webhook node. So if I so on the webhook node, I am accepting a post request. This webhook will accept a post request. This is a URL of the webhook. Name of the webhook or path is get candidates. There's no authentication, and this will um, respond to using respond to webhook node. Now the second node is an AI agent. An AI agent is an agent is has a few components, right? So an agent is supposed to have a brain, right? So in our case, the LLM is the brain, right? So this is the AI agent, which can do multiple things. So here it is, we are connecting it to an OpenAI GPT-4o mini model. For that, we also need an authentication key, which we can get from platform.openai.com. So we can get the authentication key. We can put the key here, and we can connect that model to the agent. We can use any other model. There are lots of models available here on n8n. Right. Then on the agent side, we have a query, a prompt basically, which says that you're an assistant that extracts structured filters from natural language job queries. Given this input in JSON format, please return only a JSON with these fields, right? So we'll give it a query. It will return. So the agent will try to extract the fields from here. And then the next step is basically assigning those fields to certain variables. So this is the function node and edit set node basically, which is assigning skill, extracting this particular variable from the JSON, assigning it to skill, extracting experience, assigning it to experience, extracting location, assigning it to location, and so on. Then we have a Supabase node, which will basically which is where we build our query, right? So this is returning a row, get many rows from the candidates table. So here we need to first connect it again to our Supabase instance. So for that, we can go to Supabase, the under project settings. We have an option called Data API. Here we can copy the URL and the secret key and put it to insert it to the Supabase node, right? And then this is where we are building the query, guys. So primary skills should contain the skill that the user is passing. Relevant number of years should be greater than or equal to the number of years that the user is passing. And the current location should be equal to or should contain the location that is contained in the user's query. So this is where we are building our query, right? Now, once the query is built, we will again, pass it to a variable called data. Pass that to data. It's returning a JSON again, so we'll pass that to data. Then in this, ignore the two code nodes, only one code node. This is where we can write some JavaScript. So we'll have to write some JavaScript to manipulate the data from Supabase and map it to a JSON, right? So we are mapping it to a JSON. And then finally, we are adding a response to webhook, which will return a response to the client, right? So now this is the webhook, right? So once I trigger the webhook, it will start listening for signals, right? Now the next step is to go to Retool and create an application, right? So this is where I've created a very simple application which accepts a form with a text input, a button which triggers the webhook, and a table which will basically populate the data and show it on the and populate the data and show it on our view, right? So this is how it looks like, right, guys? So let me quickly refresh the page, right? Now, one more thing here is Retool is running on the cloud, right? Whereas my webhook or the n8n is running on my local machine. I can also run this on cloud. I can either host it myself or we can purchase a hostinger's monthly plan for deploying these webhooks on the cloud, right? But for the sake of this demo, in order to expose this webhook to the cloud, we have a free service known as ngrock. So what we do is we just run a function or a command called ngrock, HTTP ngrock, and the name of the port, which is 5678. So as soon as we run that, it creates essentially creates a URL, which I can call it from anywhere in the web. Now this is a temporary URL. Ngrock, we can purchase a paid subscription as well, wherein this webhook can keep running on the cloud. So that again, that's an option of running the webhook on the cloud. Another option, if we don't go for self-hosting or if we don't go for a hostinger-based hosting, we can do this as well, right? So now, if I go back, I have a function here under code in the retool. I've written a function as calling a REST API basically, which is our ngrock URL followed by the webhook endpoint, which is webhook test slash get candidates, which was the endpoint we have in our webhook, right? So this is the setup, guys, and yeah, the Supabase table. Sorry about that. So the Supabase table, it is a SQL database, as I said. So in the table, in the table editor, uh, the table editor, we have the candidates. We've added the candidates table. So I had a spreadsheet, guys, which I used to which I exported to a CSV and imported into Supabase. I did some cleaning of the data. For example, in my original spreadsheet, the relevant years was in text, right, as you can see. But a SQL query expects it as an integer, since we are doing a greater than operation. So I converted this into an integer field. and then I uploaded the CSV file into Supabase. So now my database is ready, right? So now what? So now let's run our webhook, right? So let us hit on test workflow webhook. So now we can see the webhook is ready to accept uh, inputs, right? So let us type looking for Java developers with at least 2 years of experience located in Bangalore. Right, guys? So now if I want to check the execution of our webhook, let's see. Yeah, let's see. This has turned green. This is executing. Agent has run. And we must have got a, you know, response. So we got a response. This guy has experience of 9.6 years. Primary skill has Java, and the current location is Bangalore, right? So that was it, guys. We had successfully created an agentic AI framework, which converted a natural language query into a SQL query. We ran that query on a SQL database. We extracted the data and we created a simple application using the root retool to show the data on the UI, right? So this was my first video. This is just the beginning. Over the next few videos, I intend to dig in deeper and show you guys how to build smarter agents, scalable SaaS tools, and integrate like never before, right? So if you enjoyed this and want to build along, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And I'll promise you it'll be worth it. And please feel free to share your idea, drop in comments, share it with your friends. And hopefully this was useful for you guys. Until next time, ciao.